Hello everyone and welcome back to game 2 of this best of 3 between EG and Team Secret for the Captain's Draft Minor. Coming out of DC, I'm Sleepy and I will be your host with the most. Alright, here we have game 2. Game 1 was taken in quite a nail-biter actually between Team Secret and EG, but that's behind us now and we're on to the second game of the series. Starting off our lineup, we're going to have Fada, the offlaner, coming at us with some super cool puck action. I've seen him play this hero before, nothing to mess around with. Yapsor will be taking over the Earth Spirit. Really great position 4. Puppy, position 5, and Captain will be taking over Leshrak. Seen him. Very, very good. Mid 1 will be taking on the Clinks. One of my favorite heroes, actually. But don't tell anyone else I said that. And Ace will be taking on this Timbersaw, position 1. On the other side, we have Crit, position 4, coming at us with some Night Stalker action. Sumail, the not brand new, but he's new to the off lane, will be taking on Magnus. Fear will be playing Death Prophet. Looks like he'll be going mid. Misery, the newest addition to the lineup of EG, will be playing Warlock. And Arteezy will be playing the Juggernaut.
And we're clear for running.
Looks like a little bit of an invasion coming out here, although maybe not the best decision. I mean, guaranteed stun almost every time from Puppy probably, and Ace ain't no slouch. Lots of pure damage coming in from him, should he decide to skill anything. There we go, gets a few free right clicks onto Crit, makes him burn some regen, but it looks like he is going to be pulling this wave. So will Fada. That's the thing to do now for offlaners, is pull waves. Although, it might be the thing for offlaners now to die to harass, as Yapsor rolls in, and Puppy, oh, just barely misses the stun. It looks like Crit might be able to get out of here just fine. No lane pulls for you, my friend, and Sumail, you might be in some trouble here. I mean, the pull didn't happen for him the way that you'd really want it to, and it looks like it's going to be a double wave from both sides. We'll be meeting at basically the natural point. This will be pretty fun to watch. Let's check out the CS. Although I'm missing kills, I guess, in the top lane, so there's that. Yeah. Empower Magnus versus Timbersaw. This is going to be an interesting lane to watch. It looks like Timbersaw is edging him out, if only barely here. At least able to harass him away. I mean, both of them just got an instant level 2 because of how many creeps are actually dying here. I don't think either of them have been able to deny at all. Yeah, and this is that went roughly the way I would expect it to, honestly. But in mid lane, we have the matchup from Death Prophet and Clinks. This is a really tough matchup to play for Death Prophet. I mean, you have so much harass potential with Searing Arrows. It's one of the best level 1 spells. Like Brain Sap might be better, but that's about the only one that I can think of. Fear might just... No, he doesn't die here. Although he gets pretty darn close. Does not have a salve coming out on the courier. That's going all the way into the safe lane for Dire. And Yapsor is able to get the regen rune. And they're just going to force Fear out even more. Feels bad for sure. Lucky he didn't have a remnant, because I think that could have been a very dead Prophet. Mid one's doing very well. I mean, Fear is just having to stand on his high ground and wait for him to regen back up. Crit might be in some serious trouble here, though. He does get the kick back, although he's getting right-clicked a lot from mid 1. I mean, Searing Arrow is just such a good spell. Although on the flip side of that, Clinks is very, very squishy, especially in the early levels. If he's not careful, he could die to a Silence and a Crypt Swarmer too. But he'll salve up and be fine. It looks like Fear is finally going to get his salve delivered as well. Yep, there it is. We have Puppy maybe looking to wrap around mid. But it looks like he will get spotted here by Crit. And he does decide to let loose the Edict. Doesn't look like he wants to throw out a stun quite yet. He knows it'll just get dodged, but pretty good harass coming out here, and Crit's gonna probably think twice or maybe even 3 times about going in for a gank on mid. Although if Puppey just walks up and makes it easy for him. And then we have Ace forcing Sumail back. Sumail's been holding his own in this lane though, surprisingly. Oh, maybe not surprisingly. I mean, Magnus is a pretty good hero. 5 base armor. Good spells. Empower is a very good spell.
Dire's top tower needs some friends.
Same as you, Tidehunter.
Arteezy's been doing well for CS. Very even so far, with the exception of this middle lane, which is not as big of a dumpster as last game, but pretty big. It looks like they're rolling in. Will not connect. He gets silenced up. Great void timing there from Crit. Very, very well played indeed. It looks like we're gonna have a double tri-lane mid. Fear has been surprisingly able to keep up in levels. A little bit behind. Mid one will hit 5 before him, but still surprisingly well done. And it looks like Ace is pushing his creep wave a little bit hard. But you know, if you got it flaunted, I guess. I mean, oh my god, his regen is just stupid. Reactive armor. He is sitting on a passive almost 30 health regen with 15 stacks of it.
Are Radiant using echolocation?
You jug versus Fada. Arteezy's been absolutely destroying this lane so far. He's had some help from Misery, but I think it's been more just him doing great. Misery will miss the pull, it looks like, so this lane will end up pushing. Arteezy is doing a great job of just absolutely shutting down this puck. Ace has hit 6, but there's nothing he can do to this tower. I mean, he's a Timbersaw after all. Crit's coming in, and Ace making a little bit of trouble here if he does allow himself to get caught out, but looks like he will get pinged. Sumail might be in trouble now. He does have a skewer available. Ace does Timber Chain in, but to no avail as there was too much support there and not enough lockdown. Misery is here. Is gone for more Shadow Word than Fatal Bond. So it's pretty standard. Great way to keep your cores alive. In the meantime, though, Crit is able to find mid 1 and kill him. It looks like he might just pay with his life, though. Yep, Yapsor will hit him with that stick one good time, and down he goes. This will allow Fear to hopefully get some CS here. Had he wasn't level 6 yet, and now it looks like Fear is actually beating him in the war for experience. It looks like he will hit 6 after this creep. There we go, yeah. And now it looks like Exorcism is going to be a real worry for them. Arteezy 2 has hit 6. And Fada now is able to, as Arteezy's kind of gone for the pull, he's able to get some more XP in CS, but all of these lanes are surprisingly even. There's no lane that's been absolutely destroyed. I'd say mid, but with that kill, Fear was able to hit 6 before mid 1, so it wasn't a huge disaster of a lane.
What's this? Dire fortified their structures?
Crit's looking around. This is the first nighttime. It is almost over. He's was already able to find a kill on onto mid 1. There we go. Down goes the bottom tower for there. Yapsor jumps in, has silenced up Sumail, and he will go down with the pure damage provided by Ace. Mid 1's here too. An early medallion on him. Looks like he's planning to go for picks instead of going for the Desolator that is fairly common. No boots yet. Focusing on kill ability. I mean, this is like one of the best heroes to take towers in the game is Clinks, because I mean you use Syrian arrows and you strafe and they melt like butter. Fortification has already been used too, so he's safe to use. It looks like he might just save it. They could. No, they decide not to, but they really could have gone tier. They really could have put some serious damage on a tier 3 tower there. In the meantime, though, this middle tower will fall to Exorcism and Fear. God, here has the immediately when he saw RTZ walking up to him with that without a creep wave there, he immediately throws out the orb so he can jaunt away from Omni Slash if he decides to do it. Sumail does have enough for his arcanes. There they are. Oh, it looks like they might just go mid, but it looks like mid 1 and Yapsor are going mid instead, and down will go crit. One more, there we go. He's able to get Death Pact, now sitting at 1200 health at level 7. I think it's though. I'm sure we'll see the one of the best things to abuse in pubs is the Death Pact with your boots and Death Pact with your treads and Soul Ring, and you take no damage from using your Soul Ring, and then you lose almost no mana from using Death Pact and your Skeleton Maw. Looks like he has decided to get a Blightstone as well as his Medallion. I'm very interested to see what his. It looks like he might just go for the. He wants to be able to, be able to attack towers efficiently as well. Death Pact's up, so is his Ghost Walk, and he's looking for another kill. It looks like they might try and go onto Fear or Misery here. Or Sumail. I mean, everyone is there. He's going to watch Crit TP as well as Arteezy. It looks like they're not quite ready to back away. Yes, they do. As mid 1 was trying to make a go for it. Crit might have seen him for just a second, but Ghost Walk and Boots, not much is going to be able to catch you. Looks like they might be going back in. Misery and Fear are really easy targets for them. In fact, it looks like he's just going to take out Misery right away. Ace jumps in too, and that is a kill secured. He has his Bloodstone and his Hood, not going for, has his Soul Ring and his Hood, not going for the Bloodstone build. Immediately, like we sometimes see. He might be a little bit far up here. Reactive armor stacks are pretty high, but he's getting brought down. RP is committed onto him too. Silenced up. He might be in a lot of trouble here. Reactive armor is a good spell. He is able to Timber Chain away. Reactive armor will finally do its work. Very on the edge of your seat play from him, but Clinks is in some trouble now too. Will Death Pact a creep? Has Ghost Walk available in about a second, but no, he loses so much mana out of nowhere. Mid 1 gets brought down by Fear, but Fear in turn gets brought down by Puppy, and now it seems like it's Crit's turn to die. Ace getting brought down very low too by the Shockwave, but it is not enough to bring him down. 2-for-1 trade there. In the meantime, though, Arteezy is still free farming. Has his Yasha complete. Nearly has his Manta. Fada is lurking around here. In comes Yapsor. I don't think the two of them can kill him off. Fada does get the ward, though, and that always feels good. Silences up Arteezy, and he will be able to jaunt away from the Omni Slash. He is queuing up the Deso as well. Interesting build to go for a Medallion and a Deso. I mean, I guess he wants his cake and wants to eat it too.
Dire's top tower is about to take the plunge.
It looks like they are going to have to go and defend this. Puppy and Ace are kind of in a lot of trouble here. Puppy is able to TP out. The silence comes just before he can Timber Chain away. He might be dead here. He's silenced up for a little bit longer. Reactive armor is stacking up. Has a Timber Chain available right now. He will not be able to get it. The Void is in perfect time. Crit playing out of his mind right now. Will Timber Chain backwards. More there, but Hunter in the Night providing that flying vision. And Crit, another Void, will seal the deal for him. Phenomenal work to bring down Ace. That was a really big kill. He was sitting top of the net worth for quite a while. That brings him down, and now they can start to close that gap again. Puppy's in some serious trouble. He'll let the ult go, but it's not going to be enough.
My finest work.
So almost has Blink. Let's think. Fada does have his Blink complete. Yules will be next for him. He's doing fine for farm. Mid one is still a little ways away from his Deso, but he does have his treads, and Clinks doesn't really need a lot of items to come online. He just needs 6 and a few and treads, and he's almost anyone on the map is liable to die. I mean, look at that. That's huge. That Syrian Arrows just did, I think, what? He already does 100 damage plus a bonus 60 from Syrian Arrows. That's a huge amount, especially if he has the damage amp from the Medallion of Courage. I mean, this is a very, very scary bony boy.
Radiant think fortification.
It looks like they're just going to give up this bottom tier 1. I mean, they can potentially push the middle tier 2, and that's always a better tower to take. I mean, right now it's in spite of the 2k gold lead and that it's only 2k. I mean, EG is definitely playing from behind. They have no. This is the last outer tower that they have. This middle tier 2. And it doesn't. And their cores just don't match up against the cores of Secret super well. I mean, they frankly, I don't think they do very well. Ace can. We've seen how hard it is to bring down Ace. You have to have every spell hit at the right moment perfectly in order to bring him down. Even if you silence him up twice, he's still tanky enough if he has reactive armor stacks that he can just wait you out and then Timber Chain away. I mean, there's not the biggest amount of catch. Puck is able to just dodge everything in the world. This is a very difficult lineup to kill. Lesh is about the easiest kill here. A Shrek. And I mean, even then, you're still going to take loads of damage from his ultimate, unless you're all grouped up. Edict. Yeah, thank you. Edict is a great spell. And on the flip side, you have Secret, which can mid one can run around plus any other hero and get a kill. And they have great vehicles to get kills with. Puppy is a great +1 for mid one. Literally every single hero is a great +1 for this Clinks. With the exception of maybe Ace, and Ace can kill heroes on his own too, especially now that he has his Bloodstone. I mean, there's a lot that EG has to be worried about. They have to be worried about pickoffs. They can't really take team fights too well. That's about the only thing they have going for them is a team fight. A great RP into Blade Fury, into Omni Slash is about what they can hope for with a great chaotic offering at the same time as Exorcism. And even then, there's so much right click coming. There's so much right click coming from mid one. There are so many chakrams being flown out and Timber Chains through the whole group coming from Ace. This is not a super easy game. Although Arteezy now has his Banta, looking for the Scotty next item. And he has the Empower buff too, so he's gonna farm its light speed. Solo RP onto Fada into an Omni Slash, but he's able to dodge it! Does not have time to get the blink off, unfortunately. Arteezy still does get that kill. Feels kind of bad. It looks like this mid tier 1 will, or tier 2 will finally go down. Last touch will go to Ace. Only barely though. It looks like... No, they are not just going to give this up. Mid 1 does find and destroy Arteezy. I don't think that TP will save you. No, it doesn't. He barely gets out of there. Yapzor was on point with the stun, or the silence, excuse me. I mean, even Juggernaut's not safe from a rotation in. Takes a creep, cleans the camp, and now he's off. Goes to check Roche. He definitely, there's no way a Quince can take Roche on his own. Yeah, here comes Puppy. Let's loose with the Edict. Puppy will tank this up a little bit more, and then this is a free Roche, honestly. There's nothing that can be done to contest this. I don't know, do you want to give it to Ace, or do you want... It looks like they will give it to Ace. He's such a good Aegis carrier, especially with that Bloodstone. He's able to just sit in the middle of fights and soak up all of his Bloodstone experience. Looks like they're going to have to back out now. Took a little too long, I think. If they had like 3 more heroes in there helping to take down Roche, it would have fallen so much faster and they would have gotten it for free. And now EG is going into Roche. Chakram is thrown in to provide vision. Roche is getting quite low. Huck is silenced in there, and then Fear is able to bring him down. Arteezy has the H, the Immortal. Puppy gets brought down too. Sumail is the one who gets the last touch. Mid 1 will take down Misery though, although he is not long for this world, as Arteezy will bring him down. Ace is able to destroy Sumail. Another charge into the Bloodstone, but now he's all by himself and silenced up. Omni Slash onto him, and down he goes. 4 for 2 trade off. Amazing for EG. Exactly what they needed to turn this into a best of 3. But Ace respawns right away, courtesy of that Bloodstone. And he already has BOT, so he's able to go out to any lane and turn it into a nightmare for EG to deal with. I mean, there's a lot of good wave clear on the side of Secret. Ace and Arteezy say hi, maybe kiss a little bit, and then they both walk away. I don't think Ace should stay here though. I mean, Arteezy's here, Sumail's wrapping around, but it doesn't look like there's going to be a kill. Mid 1 is able to find Crit, or does Crit find him? He will not be able to destroy Misery. One more right click would have done it, but is not able to get that off in time. Crit is able to bring him down. Great skewer by Sumail, keeping Misery alive. Just like that, EG's back into this game. There's not a... At this point, it used to be they had to play super scared. Now it's Secret that have to kind of pump the brakes and be like, whoa, guys, we need to kind of chill. They have been bleeding kills just a little bit. That mid 1 kill is huge. I think once he gets, he has the I'm very surprised that he doesn't queue up his. He has a Chrysalis queued up. I'm very surprised he doesn't go for an Orchid first. I think Orchid is really good this game. I think it's almost too good to not get. I mean, it's great versus literally every hero, because they all have an escape or a disable in one way or another. Orchid the Night Stalker, Orchid anyone, and then you have almost a free kill there.
Sent to
Especially if they're on their own, it's a free kill. And if they're not, then it's one less disable you have to worry about and keep track of.
Dire's bottom
But mid one knows a little bit more about Dota than I do, so he'll go for his Chrysalis. RTZ TP's out while Laythiering and securing CS. Now that's efficiency for you there. Oh, Ace jumps in and down goes crit the second I click away. Thanks, guys. Mid one is searching for Fear. Fear will Glimmer Cape himself, keeping him alive of all things. A Glimmer Cape.
I'll take that.
Yeah, totally juked out mid one and the rest of them. But that's just more farm, and looks like it. I mean, this is just such a hard high ground to take against Magnus, against the Death Prophet. This is a really difficult high ground for them to take. They do have a very fast tower killer in this Clinks, but it's still, I mean, you have to have one or two heroes down without a doubt in order to safely take this high ground. I mean, especially with Magnus Blink. I mean, this is a tricky play to make.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Down goes the bottom tier 2. And Arteezy, he can even pressure tier 3s if he wants to. Yapsor TP's into the shrine, but I don't think it's okay. Yeah. Ooh! The TP cancel from Sumail. On Sumail, there is an RP available, but I don't think he wants to waste it. He will skewer away, but he gets earned up, and he will certainly die. Arteezy, though, is able to bring down Puppy. Don't quite know exactly where, but that's a very big kill. Sumail canceled his TP too, so he will not have that available for a little bit of time. Feels bad for sure.
A prize.
Fear forced out the exorcism from Fear, which is quite surprising, but now they will not have that easy high ground push that they might have wanted. Although if they can get a Yapsor here, that would be pretty great for them. Is able to TP away, only barely. Will jaunt away to the high ground. Does not have a, or blink away, does not have a TP available, but it looks like he'll be fine to just walk away. In the meantime, Ace is pushing out waves with his Chakram. Let's follow the Chakram. I don't quite know how to follow projectiles with this, but here it goes and gets the C. Oh, if it would have gotten the CS, would have made me a happy boy. Takes the 15 strength talent at level 20. Pretty good this game. Has picked up an Aether Lens already. That's I think that's pretty good. Very good against the Night Stalker, which has been a lot of their problems, a lot of his problems mostly. It looks like, I don't think he's sitting under vision, but he still is getting pinged out. It looks like he's just going to back away from this. Mid one has completed his Chrysalis. This is a scary Clinks, but there are now a lot of escapes from EG. I don't think that they have to play nearly as scared as they were before. Especially now that, you know, you have some big items from Arteezy and company. Like right there, that interaction. If mid one has Orchid, that's a dead Arteezy, I think. I mean, you catch him with his Manta off cooldown, and that's good night, Juggernaut. queues up a BKB next. This is very interesting. He wants to be able to survive longer in these team fights rather than picking off a hero or two at a time. Smoke coming out here from Team Secret. It looks like it'll break onto crit right away. Yep. Thought to get silenced up right away. Yapzor, excuse me. Ace is getting brought down and DD falls immediately. Dream Coil will keep them in place, but they don't really need to go anywhere in order to get these kills. Puppey will fall. The Yapzor 2, the RP was on point. Able to get 2 heroes. And now it's just mid 1 versus the world. It looks like he will try. No, he can't backdoor against that. It looks like this will be a lane of racks. I think Fada has to buy back here, definitely. Maybe not Ace, but Fada certainly does. They're holding. They might just be content to lose this lane, but they're going for the next lane as well. Ace is now back, only 8 charges in the Bloodstone. Feels kind of bad, but it is what it is. They take another tier 3, and it looks like they're going to lose another melee and range. This is going to be the full lane of racks gone. And they smoke up in order to walk away. Roshan is now up too. This could be great for them. It looks like they'll try and take out shrines, though. Puppey's kind of in a bad area. Bad neighborhood. Although here we have TP support coming in from Yapzor. There he goes. Let's loose with the magnetize. It looked like, yeah, he did. In comes Fada. Down goes Leshrac. There he goes. He will fall to Sumail. Ace is in lots of trouble, dropping pretty low. Mid 1 goes down too. Arteezy is spinning and destroying everything in his path. Ace might just go down here. He's gaining so much health back from this. There we go. GG is called. Really commanding way to take it back from EG. Stayed calm, and they just frankly outplayed Team Secret. Yeah, very, very well done for them. That's it. All right. I guess I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for tuning in.